Hello there, guys and gals. It's Arknaut here. Today, I got bored. I went to itch.io and I downloaded something called Dear Rebecca, as you guys can see right here. I don't know what this is. All I know is about Dear Rebecca. Is I was actually looking up for mods for something special. So yeah, let's sit back. Let's play this. I don't know what the fuck I'm playing. This version will not be suitable for people who are impressionable or sensitive to different themes such as violence or psychological terror. If you continue at your own risk. So guys, there's the warning right there. So technically this game is psychological horror and violence. Let's start this off anyway. I played a lot worse. Many months ago, my grandfather passed away. I never knew the reason for his death, nor his whereabouts. Let's find out why he committed suicide. He was always an elusive and distant man since my grandmother also died. Unfortunately, I was the little family he had left. Oh, so it sounds like your parents passed away too before. One of the few people who sometimes looked for him, or simply made a call to see how he was that day. Ooh. I thought that perhaps with that gesture, he would feel much less alone. So he's feeling lonely. After receiving the news of his death, went through his belongings, along with the inheritance he left behind, and among those things, there were letter and notes. Oh no, was he an archaeological? Those papers he had kept were somewhat mysterious and cryptic, which obviously caught my attention. Cool, can I see? He mentioned many things, but never anything specific, as if he was speaking in code, or rather, as if he didn't want anyone to know what he really was talking about. Or maybe it's just this is just thoughts of an insane man. Who knows? In one of those notes, for example, the following could be read. I've been researching and collecting everything I could, little by little. I note that illegible stains. Oh, I couldn't let anyone find said place or interfere with. Something crossed out. This is where all my hope lie. Okay, cool. And I know that all of this will be worth it, because one day this empty loot will be broken. Oh no, don't tell me we're in a loop. We're in a time loop. Hopefully she'll be able to guard the site and keep it up with all the progress I've made so far. And who is she? So many drops of blood, sweat, and also tears were not to be in vain, I'm sure. Okay, now I know what you do, Grandpa. Furthermore, if my own end reaches me, I know that perhaps she can pick up the baton and reach the end of everything. Is it a Lovecraftian horror? I think it's Lovecraftian horror because it made me sneeze. I'm on the nose. The letters, on the other hand, did not seem to be all written by my grandfather. Others seem to be from that other person he mentioned. Some of them were signed with the name of Rebeca. Alright, cool. But who was that woman? My grandfather never mentioned meeting anyone like that before. And it's a love affair. It's a love affair. I'm thinking it's a love affair, baby. I spent some time reading and rereading everything my grandfather wrote down. A part of me was dying of curiosity to understand what he was talking about. Well, let's find out. What did he mean by all my hopes? Or who was hiding behind the name of Rebecca? I don't know. Let's find out. So, why so much secrecy? Was it something that really needed to be hidden? Why didn't he even tell me any of this? I don't know. Let's find out. So I made the decision to unravel the mystery. Yay! We're going! Trying to follow the little clues, I followed a trail. A trail that led me to find a place that if it exited and I wasn't wrong, it would be off the normal roads and highway. I consulted maps and asked people who might know something about it. Can we find out? Yay! Perhaps some property that my grandfather never used until now. I do not know. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. When I started off this game up, it was in Spanish, so I'm guessing the person who wrote this is English is a second language, just like moi. But my search led me to a forest, most of the map marked. It seemed that there could be nothing built there, but that's precisely what would make it a good place to hide, isn't it? In theory, the place where I was going was some kind of abandoned mansion. Oh no! That according to people who live nearby from time to time, they have been able to see some light from afar. Oh shit. It was the strongest thread I could pull on right now. I parked my car off the road, and I continued on foot on the dirt roads that crossed the forest. Ah, shit, pickles. It was starting to get dark, but as I've come this far, I didn't want to turn around and walk away empty-handed. It was just a few steps away from knowing what my grandfather had been doing and hiding for so long. Okay, Granddad, what we fighting? I walked and walked, with some uncertainty and tension in my body, and the obvious fear of losing myself. Luckily, in a matter of few minutes, I managed to glimpse small bits of what we could call civilization. Oh no. What are we gonna find? Continuing on, I came to a small abandoned wasteland, immense in the midst of a forest. This isn't a wasteland. This is a gate. It seemed a very large place and wrapped in the riches already far from its splendor. The gate before me was barely firm, but not rusty. Alright, boys, let's reach and clear then. The walls were struggling to contain the passage of nature, and the rest of the place, the passage of time itself. Can we bridge and clear already? I intended to go in, and even I was able to see that under my surprise, there was a dim light just like they said. Oh no. There was someone here. They might know about my grandfather. Then let's break and enter. Ah, God. I passed the gates and approached the mansion, feeling somewhat expected. The door appeared to be closed, but in reality it was just stuck. With a slight struggle, I was able to enter without problem. Yay! We're breaking and entering. Everything was dark. There was no light source beyond that provided by the windows at the time. Oh, so it's an old mansion. Walking carefully, I wanted to recreate in my head where the room was where someone seemed to be. Oh, so we were spotted too. I heard a door close. He or she wasn't far. I went straight following that distant sound until I reached it. What are we gonna be? My eyes were beginning to adjust to the dark more and more. Oh God, and then we're gonna get flashbanged. Oh no. There was a door. I opened it. Oh, we're gonna die. It's a library. It was a huge room. Despite the darkness, I could appreciate how big it was. It looked like an old library, but what? Should I take a look at the side, or better look for the person that just left? Actually, no. Let's save here. Let's. I want to see what's in the old library. Game to find out what this place is after all. I'll take a little look. I took a short walk through the corridors of this great library. On its shelves were books so old that it looked like a museum. Yeah, no, I'm kind of curious about these books, so... The smell of dust was quite unbearable, and in the darkness, I must have straightened my vision quite a bit. However, something I did not notice was the theme of those books. They were clearly not children's stories, nor romantic novels. Hey! Most were books of medicine, medieval legends, religion, and alchemy, among others. I figured that it wouldn't get much more of searching in these conditions, so I decided to get back to the corridor and find that person in the letters. Hopefully I could clear the doubts that if I had, if he or she wasn't some kind of thief or curious, of course. Well, that helped us out a little by little. It didn't take long before I found the source of the light under the door in those corridors. For a moment, I doubted whether to call or warn before entering, but I didn't know who would be behind it. Was someone dangerous that should just run away? Or maybe not. And therefore, I opened it slowly. Oh, you could have just breached and clear, man! You know, put the... Oh. Moon. This room looked like a small office or study. And in it, there was this girl sitting reading something very concentrated. So focused that she didn't seem to notice my little intrusion. Slowly and cautiously, I approached her with the intention of introducing myself. The girl turned her face and fixed her gaze on me. She knew I was there, and she doesn't seem scared. She didn't seem surprised either. Who are you? She asked in a distant and suspicious tone. I'm Daniel. And you are? Daniel. Did I see the eyes blink right here? She repeated my name as if she was trying to remember something. The girl got up in front of her seat. Oh God, she's a vampire! She had a very pale skin tone, only that was quite a contrast to what might be considered normal these days. She's a gothic Lolita. I like it. Do you guys like this gothic Lolita? I like it, but at the same time, I feel like she's a vampire. Oh God, I was not again. Oh, along with having eyes as enigmatic as they are penetrating and hypnotic, and in turn, empty. She's just like me. What are you doing here? Nobody knows this place. She asked me without showing anger or many emotions. You see? I don't know if you meet my grandfather. He passed away a few months ago, and his letters he mentioned are an important place for him. I wanted to know more by following all these little clues in his notes, and led me here to you. By chance, you will not be such. Rebecca? Yes, it's me. What? That is my name, and yes, I knew your grandfather. He was a good man. What? Wait, you know him? Right? So can you tell me more about what he did in this place? Oh no, she's blushing! She's blushing! I don't know. It's possible. Why are you blushing at me, Rebecca? So you're Daniel. I see. Hello? She seemed to keep turning my name over and over in her head, as if she had heard it before or somehow remembered me. Allow me to introduce myself properly. Okay. She made a small bow, taking the skirt of the dress with the tip of her slender fingers. I am Rebecca. I was someone very close to your grandfather. He told me a lot about you. He always mentioned how much he loved you. He used to tell me that you were one of the few loved ones who cared about him. Oh, that's awesome. And since he lost his wife, he was extremely lonely. But thanks to you, he was able to leave that suffering in the background many times. Oh. Thanks to me, you say. But only call him once in a while. I don't think. And what does that matter? Sometimes a person can fill that void in their heart with a few simple words of affection. That is very true. That is very correcto. Maybe you're right. Your tone and attitude completely changed in a single instant, unlike before. I guess you'll have a lot more questions too, right? Yeah? Sure. There's a lot of things I still want to know. That's why I came here. So go ahead, ask me what you want. If I can give you an answer, I will. Alright, what is this place? Could you tell me what this place is? This old mansion was the residence of a wealthy family a long time ago. Okay. It was abandoned by its owner long ago. Perhaps it was because an inaccessible location. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, so yeah. Or maybe it was for other reasons. I don't know. Oh. What can I tell you is that it has many rooms. Its corridors could be seen as small labyrinths. Oh, cool. Like with the Will Smith house. In addition to have different rooms, like that big library, right? Exactly. What more questions do you have? Who are you, lady? Who are you exactly? Me? I've already told you I was someone very close to your grandfather. No, as in, what are you? Yeah, but that doesn't quite answer my question. I'm afraid you'll have to settle for that answer. Oh, she's threatening me. She's taking that knife out. Anything else? What were you doing here? Both you and my granddad. Yeah, what were you and granddaddy doing here? What were you doing here? My grandfather and you. Yeah. Oh no, she's not gonna answer. She paused uneasily. Are you sure you want to know? Yeah, that's why I'm here. Yeah, yeah. I guess if you're who you say you are, you have the right to ask for an explanation. Can I ask? In that case, it would be better to go somewhere else, okay? We have all the night to talk, so I can teach you or answer any questions you have. That's very ominous. Now, would you be so kind to follow me? Okay, why is she blushing? Of course, I'll go after you. I'll follow you. Come, this way. I'm gonna try to separate too much from me. Understand? Alright. We both went into the corridors, wrapped in the darkness of the incipient night. Can we just, have electricity at least, please? Please? It was getting darker, but luckily I could still see Rebecca's silhouette, so not to get us lost in that labyrinth. Hey, we could just jump out the window and just land. We came to kind of a small living room. The fireplace had recently been lit, and there is heat that gave off contrasted with the cold outside. Since it's getting harder to see, would you be so kind as to wait here for a moment while I light some candles and get the power back on? Oh, so you do have power! Sure. Do you need any help? No, do not worry. For it's almost a routine. It won't take long. I could help you out, you know. Alright, I guess I'll wait here then. Thanks. Sorry for the disturbance. It's fine. She faded into the darkness of the corridors like a ghost. For my part, I stood there, curiously observing the room. Oh, let's save. Because I feel like we're gonna fuck up. Let's see what interesting things there are. Yeah, I went over to look at the books that were on the shelves. I saw the titles and authors. I don't know any of them, in fact. Some were in different languages. Did my grandfather really read all these things? Huh. I didn't know he had some weird taste. This whole place really seemed to be luxurious as well as ancient. Well, you could tell. Despite the dull and the obvious pages of time, it still exceeds a Borgias touch. There didn't seem to be anything much more interesting to watch. I found it hard to believe that the former owners would abandon the mansion. Dude, she is the former owner of the mansion! She's a fucking vampire! Suddenly, I became aware of the gentle raindrops hitting the window. It looked like it was going to rain. It was what was missing to give me an even more gloomy touch add to the atmosphere of tonight. No, I think that's a warning. I think that's a warning for you to get the hell out. A labyrinth mansion, with a girl dressed as a Victorian lady, and now it rained that may turn into a storm. Oof. Of course. I won't be able to go home if things get worse out there. I'll have to wait. Oh no, we're gonna run. At the same time, I began to hear small footsteps in the distance. They didn't seem to be the heels of the girl that was wearing, but in theory, there was no one else in here. Must have been my imagination. Still, it seemed that either it wasn't her or she kept going from one place to another. Over again. These slides are changing. However, the sound of the heels began to resonate between the walls like a faint distance and distant echo that slowly approached. This time it was her, and she was headed this way, no doubt. Sorry for the delay. I turned on some lights and started a few things that were not here like bats in the dark. Oh, sure. Thank you. Now, that is tonight. It would be a problem to get lost in those corridors without seeing anything. Yeah, I know. I've been here a long time, so I know them like the back of my hand. But imagine that someone from outside will find it quite an odyssey to go through them like this. Yes, it will, Miss Rebecca. Whoa, Rebecca! She sat in a seat next to me. Well, I guess it's now time for a little chat, right? Yeah, I still got quite a few questions regarding my grandfather and this mansion. I understand. It is understandable, but in all the due time, Daniel. I can't call you Daniel, right? Yeah. Okay, so let me give you a little more context of what's happening here. Alright. However, there are things that are perhaps best kept secret for now. Alright, Rebecca, I trust you. I hope you can understand, Daniel. I can trust you. I'm a safe whore! That's fine. Don't worry, either way. I understand that there are things that are more sensitive than others to tell. Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate you understanding. Yeah, I'm a safe whore right now. Oh no. Well, how do I start? Before, let me ask you something. Did you know your grandfather's very well? Oh! Not too much. I didn't know him very well. He was always very reserved. Yeah, always has been. At least since he and I... Him and you? Were you... Oh, no. Don't misunderstand my words. You killed my grandfather! I meant your grandfather and I. Well, how do I put it? She's blushing! I could say we were like father and daughter. Oh. Father and daughter? No, I'm not following. Yeah, no, I kind of get you. Like, you're an adopted daughter. You will see. Let me ask you another question then. Okay, go ahead. Do you believe in the soul of people? And the soul like ghosts or things like that? Yeah. No, not just that. Do you know what happens when someone leaves this world? When your grandmother died, your grandfather was very distressed by the pain of his loss. So much that he began to be consumed by the same pain. He missed her so much that he came to this place. Oh. He came here with one goal in mind. Bring her back. Ah, god damn it, we're using alchemy. What, how did he bring her back? I know that for you, it will be crazy and something too strange and impossible. God damn it! Haven't we learned from Full Metal? But I'm telling you what happened. When he came here, he started researching about the human soul. He read a lot. Several of the books that you have already seen here. He was very determined to bring her back. At least to say goodbye to her. Oh, god damn it, it's full. So that's where the footsteps that we were hearing. This place was perfect for that. Since it was far from the city, nobody could criticize him for anything. He tried to create a body, a container where the soul of her deceased wife could reside, and thus be with her again. All of this? Really? But none of that worked as expected. Yeah, I could tell. I was silent as I listened to her when I looked at the disbelief in my face. I mean, haven't we all learned from Full Metal? He managed to build a body and even give it a little spirit, but he wasn't able to spawn a soul. Oh. Much less bring back his wife's. So we're doing Full Metal and we're doing Spawn. Got it. That body and spirit that he created in the beginning was me. Oh, hello. He continued researching, working, and found that to engender a complete human soul, that he had to give me a heart. Oh, he taught me the basic emotions. He taught me to laugh, to cry, be afraid, delusional wishes, dreams. He taught me as much as he could, with the goal of making me as human as possible. So you're a doll, that's what I'm getting from. However, something was always missing to complete me. And what would that be? And it was a heart, in a metaphorical sense. Oh, even though he gave me so many emotions and memories, what he could never give me was a heart. Oh shit. Teach me what it has been to love. Love as he did with his wife. Oh, that! I guess love is something that makes us more human. And sometimes it also makes us monsters. Yeah! But, as you may have seen, it failed. Yeah? He was unable to bring his beloved back. Instead, and by accident, he created me. Technically, you're my grandma now! What could you call an imperfect and incomplete being? An imperfect cell? I don't know. On top of that, he taught me everything he knew. Since I don't need to sleep, I was able to take advantage of all the time to continue learning. Oh, cool. When he died, he gave me the task to finish his work, his research and effort. Successfully complete 2 vessels to hopefully bring their souls back to this world, just like he tried with me. Oh no! That's not a good sign! Is that why you were so focused on reading earlier? Exactly. I've been following in his footsteps and working on my own ever since, just as he wanted. Oh god, I feel like she's gonna kill us! All of this. I know that's too much information at one time, but you wanted answers, and here they are. Now Daniel, what are you going to do? So what am I going to do? Yes. What are you going to do? That's kind of creepy! Will you believe me? Will you go back to where you came from? Or do you still want to stay and find out more? Oh shit! Oh shit! need a moment to digest everything you told me. Oh, sure. Excuse me for my impatience. That's not impatience. It sounds like she wants to take my heart. Do not worry. Take all the time you need. No, I want to break out now. What the hell is this? Was I going crazy to find myself dreaming? There was no way to believe such a story. It's just crazy. Impossible. However, at the same time, I cannot find another coherent and rational explanation. The land of this place, and Rebeca herself. The aura she gave off, and those unstable changes. I don't know. Perhaps there was some truth in her words, no matter how fanciful it may seem. Yeah, probably. Damn. I could stay neutral, but let's save. You know what? I'm just gonna again. Grampa had a random ass backstory. She hasn't lied to me so far, and everything. Let's believe her. Deserves to believe something like that. That it's true, but I guess I can't think of another explanation either. Yeah. So yeah, I believe you, Rebeca. Really? Really. Thank you very much, Daniel, for placing your trust in me. Oh, I feel like I fucked up. Oh, no. Although I imagine that you will still have curiosity and doubt, will you not? Yeah, you could say that. I still have more questions than answers. Yeah. It is understandable, but little by little you will understand everything. You will see. And all in due time. What? Okay, so let's do the following. What? I hear you. Come with me tonight around the mansion. You can spend the night here until the dawn. It's starting to get too late for you to come back, don't you think? You can stay and keep looking for answers. Read some of the amazing books in the library. Maybe you could discover some more secrets that even I don't know, or recall the emotion of your grandfather engraved on these walls. Nah, I think I'll go home, come back later. If you accept my proposal, I can prepare for room for you to rest whenever you want. I don't know if it would be a good idea to accept something like that. After all, I'm in the middle of nowhere and I can't get back. Which is why it would even be the smartest thing to do until I can leave. Nah, I think if I were you, dude, I'm like, okay, I got my answers, I got everything. Let me get the fuck out of here. I don't care if it's raining. I got a car. It'll only be a few hours, so I think I can handle. Ah, fuck! And you accept, right? Yes, of course. If it's not too much trouble, I'm good to stay here tonight. Oh, you won't be a bother at all. I feel like she's gonna betray me. In fact, it will make me very happy to have some company, even if it's temporary. Then you come back with me. Then I'll go prepare a room for you. Until then, feel free to go anywhere in the mansion. Alright. When I'm done, I'll go tell you. But make sure you don't miss out. Also, remember that, as I mentioned before, these corridors can look like mazes. Oh, and one last thing. What? If you come across some doors that should be closed, just ignore them, okay? What? Their sites in poor conditions and could be dangerous. Otherwise, just be careful. Well, I mean, we heard footsteps, so... Understood. Understandable. I'll be careful. Thanks. Well, I'll be looking for you shortly. Hope you enjoyed your stay and find what you were looking for. She made a small gesture in farewell with her dress and left with apparent happiness. Shit. Now that I have decided to where to go and what to do, I guess. I don't know much about this place. I could get lost if I go aimlessly. I decided to go back to that huge library that I found when I arrived. I don't think it's a bad idea to start looking for answers. I walked trying to remember what I'd come here before, and luckily I didn't lose myself in the process. Awesome! Thank God I stayed right there at the same library. Upon arriving, the first thing I could see was the lights were on. Now, with a good deal of more candlelight and a few lamps, I could see better. So it could surely be more useful than looking around or looking for some things. I walked over to the shelves and glanced at the titles of the books. I took the ones that seemed most interesting to me, not to read them completely but to skim their pages. As I did, I noticed a small table. There was a note there. A note similar to the ones my grandfather left in his belongings. I went to read it. Nothing was clear, as usual. In it were written some notes of the books that he had read and considered prevalent to remember, or take into account. Okay, cool. They seemed like things without much connection, and there were even biblical quotes or meaningless phrases, as well as drawing and notes with doodles and strike thoughts. Luckily, there was more annotated sheets all over the table, and amongst some stacked books. Should I... Let's see what else we got here. I searched as fast as I could among the notes that were piled up everywhere. When it seemed that it was the last one more would emerge from any gap between the pages and books under the same notes or objects. However, none provided any revealing data or gave me any decent answer of any of my questions. Even though I had a slight lump in my throat from one of them. It was a note on the form of a diary, and did not provide any data, but did show what my grandfather felt when he wrote it. Cool! Let's find out! It's been many months since I came here. It's been many months since she left. She's gone. The love of my life is finally gone. My traveling companion. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I'm sorry. My shelter, my home, which has now been destroyed and abandoned. My soul that has now been broken and buried. My partner in laughter that has now turned into nightmares. Who gave me the courage to live and dream to fulfill? Oh, that's so adorable. But now, all I can think about is dying. Since it's like this, I'll meet up with her again soon. That way, my heart will soon be calm again. My heartbeat keeps moving my blood. However, my heart started beating long ago to live. I still hope to see her again, in this life or the next. That doesn't matter. I know we will meet again. That's how destiny works. I'm sure. And if I have to live in a world where she isn't there to look at it, that world doesn't deserve to exist. That note on the back of the had something else written on it. On these nights, when torment comes to me like bloodthirsty demons, Rebeca came to comfort me. Aww. Between her warm words of apparent empathy, she told me the following. I will bear your sins in my own crown of thorns. No! No! They were undoubtedly words that were out of the normal line that I knew from my grandfather. I had never seen him speak and write so much pain and anguish. Before I could read any further, a voice came from far away. Oh no. Daniel, are you around? Rebecca's voice broke the sepulchral silence of the environment. Oh, yeah, I'm over here. I yelled as I looked up at her silhouette. Hello, Daniel. I finished preparing your room. When do you want to go rest? I'll guide you, okay? Thank you very much. Look, I'm sorry for causing you so much trouble despite being a complete stranger. Yeah. Nothing of that. You are no trouble. Yeah, I think I feel like we're trouble. And you're not a stranger either. What? You are the grandson of the one who gave life. Obviously, you deserve the best treatment and care. Don't be afraid of anything. Okay. But apart from that, what were you doing in my absence? Have you been able to find something? No. Nothing to satisfy my curiosity. Oops. So, what do you think if we search a little among this sea of books? I'm sure we'll find both something useful. Well, sounds good to me. Alright, let's go. We both went between shelf and shelf, jumping from book to book, for a good while. She kindly pointed out the ones she had already read, or that aroused the most passion in my grandfather. She also showed me something that she knew, or he was teaching her and wasn't listed anywhere. Thus we spent more time than I could realize. Aww, that's adorable. What? At some point, we parted ways as we immersed ourselves in this maelstrom of pages and letters everywhere. When I realized that she was gone, I quietly went looking for her. Luckily, it wasn't hard to find her. Oh, there she is. Slowly approached. Rebecca? She seemed to be resting while in front of her gaze. She seemed to be lost in thought. What would she be so focused and distracted on? Whoa! When she realized I was there, she looked at me normally, without being surprised or scared. Oh, were you there? Sorry. No, nothing happened. I just didn't know where you went and I looked for you. Oh, I know. Sorry for not letting you know. That's fine. Is everything alright? Yes. Why do you ask? You looked distracted until a moment ago. I just rested and thought about my stuff a bit. What kind of things would someone like her think about? Is she always thinking about the whole thing she told me about my grandfather about bringing them back? Or did she have more concerns on her mind? Because although it may not seem like it, from what she has told me, she is still kind of a doll. Yeah, she is a doll. I see. I'm glad nothing happened to you then. I didn't want to bother her with more questions if there really wasn't anything else to ask about. Did you find something? We've been searching for quite some time. No. What about you? Neither, I'm afraid. Well, it doesn't matter. We are trying, and that's what counts. Thank you for helping me. Yay! She gave me a small jump, landing her feet gracefully on the ground. She dusted off her skirt and went on talking to me. Hey. Yeah? Yes? How about we go somewhere else? Another place? You got something in mind? Yes, I guess so. Would you be so kind to accompany me then? No! Okay. I'm a scumbag, but I know that this might be a bad end. Alright, let's go. Thanks. Follow me. Alright, let's go. Rebeca led me through some new hallways that I hadn't seen before. I didn't know where we were going. Hey. She asked me again with the same tone as before. What happened? Look, are you really fine? Of course. It's just, I've been thinking about something. What would that be? The only thing I know about you is that you were the grandson of who I could consider my creator. But I don't know anything about you. Beyond what I heard, I've never known another person so closely. And that's why I was wondering if I could or should trust you completely. Till now, I hadn't stopped to think about it either. And she was right. I've always been the one asking questions. Is there something specific you want us to know? I can answer any questions you have. Yeah! Really? That makes me so happy. Then there is something you can do. And with only that, will you tell me everything I need? Oh, she went super yandere mode. I'm scared. I'm a scared little man. She went super yandere mode. But she's adorable, but let's go forth. Come. She started running, leaving me behind at a moment. Hey, wait! Don't run so fast. Rebecca! She didn't answer me. I went after her while a light, almost childish laugh accompanied her. I came into what looked like a room with many old paintings. Rebecca? Where are you? She still didn't answer. I think I just got lost, and I don't see her anywhere. Where did she go off to? I didn't know for sure if I could find around every corner. And even though Rebecca has always been so nice, I don't know her either. Oh shit, I knew it! This might be a dead end! Even more, if we could count those extreme mood swings or that. What she says is true, she's not even human. When I analyzed everything that was happening, maybe question even my own sanity. My sanity's not included. Here we are. Here you are. You're slow. Ah! Don't scare me like that. Why did you run away? Me? I let myself be controlled by emotions. I apologize. Excuse me. She outlined a shy and pleasant laugh that made me forget for a second part of the stress that I had. Oh. And what is it you wanted me to do exactly? Oh, it's true. It is actually very easy. Come. She took me by the hand and led me to one of those doors of the rooms. Do you see this door here? Would you come in if I asked you to? Sure, I guess. But why? You do not trust me? It's not that, it's just... And then do it. Do it for me. You just have to do it. Oh no, I'm scared. She's gonna kill us. Ah, my throat. Oh, let me save. I'm going down. I know. I don't want to do it, but third option, push her in. All right, I'll enter. Okay, I'll go in. Really? Thanks. You're sweet. And then, have no fear at all, and trust me, okay? Remember that whatever happens, do not hesitate to call me. No matter what, I will come for you. She opened the door and politely invited me in. That doesn't leave me too calm. What's in there for you not to tell me? Don't say anything and go inside. Trust me. I don't trust you anymore! The door was opened. I couldn't see anything on the other side because of the pitch black darkness that hung there. I took a deep breath as if summoning up some courage and obeyed. She closed the door behind me. It was very tense, on high alert. I didn't want to think that she had set me some kind of trap, or she was going to do something bad to me. I knew nothing of what could I find in this room, when I could finally start seeing something in the shadows. I was in a kind of empty room, with a mirror in front of me, or so I intuited, since I couldn't really see anything other than the silhouettes and outlines, because I have no choice but to explore this site. I took a step forward. When my foot landed on the dusty ground, my heart shook to its roots. My instinct went up to the max. I was on alert. There was something abnormal there, and I was in complete darkness. I walked slowly until I approached the mirror, filling the air with my hands like a blind man with his cane. Or, don't you have a cell phone? Don't you have a fucking cell phone, dude? There was a mirror. The silence in the room was deafening, and I could only hear my heartbeat. But I felt that something inside of it was calling me. I was drawn to it, perhaps because the mirror was the most remarkable of all things. Oh no! Something. There was something behind the mirror, or maybe it was just a reflection. Was it my face? Or maybe a thing behind me? Oh shit! Oh god, that got me! No! That was inside the mirror! Oh god, that got me! I was beginning to feel so much terror inside of me that my legs froze. Although I had nowhere to run after all. I was trying to convince myself that it was my imagination playing tricks on me. But no! It wasn't. You're alive, right? Oh, that got me! Let me out! My head was starting to spin. I didn't know if it was extreme panic or something else. I just felt like my mind starting to collapse. Get me out of here! I want to go out and play! That shit got me. I walked backwards without taking my eyes off the mirror. My legs were weak and my hands were shaking like never before. Oh, stop it! Hand slammed against the glass. Come, let's play together. Whatever it was trying to get out at all cost. But the one who couldn't get out was me. I quickly turned to the door and banged on it with all my might. Rebecca, open, please! I kept hitting the wood, but it didn't waste time either. Are you there? Rebecca? Ah, shit! The glass made a faint sound of fracturing. Shit. Please open. Ah, shit. This can't be happening. I have to be dreaming. I have to do something, or I have to do something. Let's save. Please! Are you there? That was her fault for locking the latch without telling me anything else. What was I supposed to prove? I could hear footsteps from the other side of the door. Daniel, everything's okay in there? I don't have time to explain. You just need to open the door. Now! Daniel, come on, open! Shit! I'll do what you want. What I want? Yes! And then pay attention, close your eyes, and do it. Close my eyes? Are you crazy? Just do it. Prove that you are worthy of my trust. I held my breath and closed my eyes, just like she told me. What happened? Where am I? Jump scare! I wasn't expecting that fucking jump scare. Oh. Ah. Oh no, now there's a jump scare. What if? Have I died? No. It's not that. Oh god, we're dead. Grandpa? Wake up. That voice. Please, wake up. Open your eyes and live. Expand your arms and embrace the world around you. Life and death flow within you. Nothingness and everything from your being. Time doesn't affect you, and I need your help to find her. I know it will be painful, but you, one day, will be the one. That girl was. I opened my eyes with a start. Where am I? What happened? I looked around for answers, but there was nothing and no one there. What was a dream? Did I fall unconscious or... Before I could finish my internal dialogue, the door opened. Daniel! Thank God you finally woke up. You don't know how worried I was there when I found you. When did you find me? You put me in that place! You're right. But it was for a vitally important reason. What reason if it can be known? You know I could have died. You will see. The room has a mirror. Imagine you have seen it clearly. In that mirror, who sees himself reflect, is forced to face the truth. Oh. The truth? Yes, and you could say that I put you on a test to see what your reaction was, and thus I checked if I could completely trust you or not. Knowing how you deal with something as terrifying as your own mind could be. That was my imagination? But don't get me wrong, your life was not in danger. What you experienced there was just a hallucination. What? That's bullshit! Or so I think. Yeah! I didn't know whether to be angry at that logic, but I was tired enough at the moment to make a big show of it. And, what is the verdict? Do you trust me or not? Approved. Oh, that makes me happy, I guess. It means a lot to me, believe it or not. I'm so grateful for you and your efforts. On the other hand, I'm curious to know what you saw in the mirror. What did I see? Well, it's nothing pretty, of course, but nothing to write home about either. In fact, the most relevant thing I could say to be was it a dream that a moment ago? I understand. Me? What I saw the first time? Nothing. Forget it. But changing the subject, how are you feeling? I notice you with less anguish. You know what? I'll explain to you what happened to me, and you explain to me what happened to you. She approached me and placed her cold hand on my forehead. Fine. Look, I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me. Oh, okay. I still couldn't get used to the fact that she was dull. Your body was colder than mine. And your way of reasoning, too. Hey, I think I've had enough of being cooped up in these walls. How about we go outside for a bit? You want to go out for a walk? Okay, we can go. Oh, cool. You can get up. Do you need any help? No. Thank you for worrying. I sat on the edge of the bed and started to get up. I felt a bit tired, but a part of me felt more centered. I was more serene. Since I arrived, everything has been a torrent of information. This little pause have made me see everything with a little more calm and perspective. Ready? Yeah, let's go. I'll follow you. Here, don't stray too far from my side. We went into the hallway. Rebecca seemed to know every corner as she walked with that confidence around her. We'll surely be discovering a new side every day that I have not seen before. I mean, we've only been here for a couple of hours. What I did notice when I looked into the window while I was sleeping, it stopped raining. Daniel? Yeah? About before, the mirror and that stuff. You don't hate me, do you? I want to do it again. I want to face it. I feel like, you know what? We're going Silent Hill up in here. But no. Nah, I don't hate you. And I'm not upset. I understand why you did it, and that's fine. Forgotten topic anyway. Are you serious? Thank you very much. That relieves me a lot. Don't worry about it. And on the other hand, it shows me that I can really trust you. Really? In fact, I feel that somehow you remind me quite a bit of your grandfather. We went back to the past. Because of what you said? Intuition. Do dolls have that? How funny. Well, yes. We're about to arrive. As the sound of the footsteps overshadowed the silence of the night, Rebeca approached me once more. So, the last corridor we have to cross is dark, so give me your hand in case you get lost. My hand? It's fine. I don't think I'll... Thanks. I have a really bad time if you get separated from me. Dude, she's adorable. She's adorable, but... nothing to complain. Got it. I give her my hand, and sure enough, the next hallway was without light. That's why you always take your cell phone with me. She squeezed my hand tighter, as if she really cared about me, which I appreciated in a way. We got outside. It's quite dark, but you could see enough. Finally, some fresh air. I took a deep breath, loading my lungs with oxygen, letting out a big sigh. I'm glad to see a smile came to your face. Yeah, no, I'm glad that I'm smiling too. Oh no. Oh no, I'm scared. Since you've been here, you've barely smiled. Well, yeah. Really? Of course. That's why I'm glad to see you like this. Oh, thank you. I didn't know what to reply to that kind of fulfilled, so I kept silent. If you feel like it, I can take you to one of my favorite places. Oh, cool, where are we going? Which, is it far? It's crossing these trees. You'll see. Alright, cool, let's go. It's a bit hidden, but it will be worth it. If that's the case, let's go. I'll follow you. Great, come this way. Once again, I followed suit. We go through brushes and branches, in an increasingly leafy and thick forest. It's here. Alright, let's see. We walked into what could be said a sea of flowers under a starry sky. It seemed like a little paradise full of life in the middle of an inhospitable and hostile place. Rebeca approached the center of that sea of flowers gently, carelessly with the petals. Aww. She did not lose her elegance at any time, and that caught my attention. That picture seemed taken from any storybook, like everything I was experiencing tonight. That is kind of adorable. That's fucking adorable, but I'm scared I'm gonna die. At least I'm not dead yet. Who was she really? It was something I kept asking myself, as enigmatic as unpredictable. And so, how about it? Isn't it a beautiful place? Yeah, it definitely is. I can understand why this is one of your favorite places. Being honest with myself, a part of me wanted to record what I was seeing deep into my memory. I felt perhaps more impregnated and trapped by her aura. I know that's not his. I know English not his first language, but that doesn't sound right. Don't just stand there. Come here. I went carefully to her side. We both stopped to see the horizon that let us see the sight. I could almost feel how a certain magic ran through my body and the environment. I suppose that the set of things I had experienced today was making me see things differently. I was wondering if my grandfather had always enjoyed this kind of detail before he died. Was he the one who showed me this place? Or did she discover it herself? Why? Rebeca took my hand gently. Feeling the cool touch of her hand brought me back to reality once more. Are you okay? Yeah, what do you ask? You seemed sad. Rather, you seemed to have the same sad look at him before he left. The same eyes? What do you mean with that? I'm fine. Really. You promise? Promise. Is it that? What? No. Ever since he left, I've been here alone for all that time. I've wandered the mansion day and night, reading practically everything there was. Reviewing everything your grandfather left in writing, trying to follow in the wake of his dream. Anyway, can you imagine what I mean? But on the other hand, being here made me think about how many other different things. In addition to feeling emotions inside that I've never thought I would be able to experience. Oh no, she's falling in love with us. Feelings that I never thought would become so terrifying and painful. Nobody warned me about all that. Really? Nobody protected me from what it is to have, the supposed life. She let go of my hand and took a few steps back. I turned to see her. She lowered her knees to the ground and fell back on top of her. What's happening to you? Why didn't anyone tell me to have a life that had to pay such a high price? Wait, what? No, don't tell me she's dying on me now. If I continue living, I have to experience all this emptiness and pain. Maybe. It would just be better if my existence was extinguished like a candle being consumed. I'm not supposed to feel anything. I'm something artificial. My meat is garbage. My emotions are fake. I'm just an experiment. Something unwanted. Something that should not even be possible, right? I'm sure you think so too. Look. I don't know what you're going through, but you're wrong. I know you lie. I see the reaction every time I touch your skin. I shouldn't exist, and yet I am here. I ask myself unanswered questions because no one could give them to me. Neither myself, nor who created me. Am I really alive, or is it just false illusions? Perhaps that which you call God could give me some answers. But what am I saying? I don't even have a soul. Because if feeling this so cruel is to be alive and incomplete, then I'd rather not be. Stop treating something I'm not. You said you're still missing the most important thing, right? Oh god, my throat is dry like a boar. Oh god, yep, it's dry as a boar right now. Yes, although I have a body, your grandfather always told me that the most important thing to be human was missing. A heart? Exactly. And he never told you how to achieve that? No, he never told me. Whenever I asked him about it, he told me that it was something that could not be done. And that is just germinated from the most unlikely places, even at the most unexpected moments. Just like these flowers did here. What? That's why he showed it to me. Ah, and it's the truth, Rebeca. It's not something from a concrete formula. So tell me, will the day come when I find it? What should I do? Will the day come when this pain leaves me? Or will I rather be consumed by it? Look, I don't know about that, but... The tone and trembling expression of her gaze only made me feel that little by little, her artificial appearance was collapsing. Aww. You can count on me, okay? I can't give you an answer to everything that torments you, nor accompany the emptiness that you feel, but I will help you. I don't know if I was going to regret saying those words, but I wanted to calm her anguish and pain. With you? Yeah, I will help you. Sometimes we don't want or can't heal others, nor ourselves. Many times we cannot stop that pain. Yep. But we can't stay by their side until they're completely healed on their own. So, could you stay with me? That's a big thing. Lara and Esther, she looked at me. Aw, that's adorable. That's adorable. I thought she was a vampire. She's actually a doll, but that's adorable. You will stay here with me. Will you do it? I'm here. I already am here with you. Isn't that what matters? I know, but... What? All this is so difficult. Don't you feel the same? Me? I think we all harbor a similar feeling inside us, more or less, but we all do it. Someday that feeling comes out, other times it doesn't. No one can be happy forever. Exactly. So, now you feel sad? No, I'm not sad actually. He always told me the same thing. That his happiness ended the day she left, because it was she who took his heart. Who has yours? Where does your heart reside, Daniel? Huh. My heart? How was I happy? I don't have a heart. I don't know. I can't tell you just like that. I see. I'm sorry if I asked you too many questions, and you seem to me this way. Your voice seemed more serene and calm. She gently got up from the front. What? I'm like, what? It's starting to get really cold, don't you think? Shall we go back inside? Alright, let's go back. But are you okay? If you want to, we can. I am, really. You don't have to worry, but still, thanks, Daniel. In that case, alright, let's go. This time it was me who grabbed her hand, so not to separate us on the other way. She didn't say anything, but was pleasantly surprised by that small gesture. I know it's nothing to write home about, but I'm sure she felt the warmth of my hand. The touch of my skin, and that I was there for her, would somehow soothe her. As stupid as I was. Cool! We walked the same way we went, back to the mansions in complete silence. And we're back. Daniel, could you wait here for a moment? Why? There's something I'd like to give you, but first I have to get it. Alright? You want I could accompany you? Yeah, don't worry. It'll only be a moment and you can wait here. Alright, that's fine. I'll wait for you here then. Thanks. And don't move. Nah, go easy on me. Go easy on us. She ran through the corridor while I waited as she asked. However, it didn't take long for my attention to be caught by a half-open door with a dim light inside. Rebeca was always someone to get lost and to ignore any room like this. Since the door had a broken lock, and she warned me, it could be dangerous to enter. I guess it could be something like the mirror from before, or maybe not. In any case, it caught my attention even though I knew it shouldn't be, but... No! I don't want another goddamn jump scare. I don't want... Nah, actually, I'm gonna go. Don't do anything reckless. I'm not gonna die. I will live through this. My first and only playthrough, I'm gonna live. No, if I die, then I'm doing all the jump scares. No, it's better that I stay calm and not get into much trouble. Before I start to get bored, there's Rebecca's quick footsteps in the distance. I returned. It was fast, see? And what have you gone to look for in such a hurry? Well, I know it's early, but I think you've earned the right to something. Rebecca held out her hand with a letter in it. This letter was given to me by your grandfather before he passed away. Okay. I don't know what it is, so I can't tell you it more, but I do not remember his words clearly. If by any chance you find someone worthy, give them this letter. Something is written in here that is very important for everything to make sense. However, he strongly requested that the letter not be opened without first being sure to do so. Well, thank God I did not go and open that. Since, well, I really can't tell you that, but opening it has very, very serious consequences. What's inside may or may not be important, but just keep this in mind, okay? Alright? Before you make your decision, how about you wait a bit? I would like to enjoy your company a little more. That's no problem, I told you before. I'm not going anywhere, so don't worry. Thanks, you don't know how much that calms me to hear those words. Although, I hope you really understand the magnitude of this decision, okay? Is it something I can entrust you because of what you have shown me so far? Besides, I suppose there's no better person to give this to than the very grandson of the one who created me. Don't you think? Oh, I want to go ahead and do the jump scares now. I'm going to die. I'm sure everything will happens for a reason, don't you think? Yeah. Definitely. Whatever has written here, I hope it helps you in some way as well. Yeah. But putting this aside, where do you want to go now? Let me think. Right, I already remembered. Come, let's go upstairs, alright? She grabbed my hand and pulled me along as we moved forward. Upstairs? I didn't know there was an upstairs in this mansion. As it was becoming customary, we went hand by hand. We went out to what looked like a terrace. it was still night, although it was surely not long before dawn. We approached a small gaze booth where there was a small bench, and she sat down there. And won't you come with me and sit next to me? No, I'm fine. I'll stand for a while. Oh, okay. Unable to help it, I stared at her in silence, her hair fluttering in the breeze. But, Daniel? Yeah? I think you may have already noticed, but it's about time. The sun will soon rise over the horizon. And I'm afraid you'll have to make that decision before, don't you think? How about you come with me? I mean, the way things are now, you can't just go back to the way where you came from. Yeah, I know you're right. I can't go away ignoring what I've seen here today. Before you do anything, I would like to explain a few things to you. I hear you. You will see. When I was created, I felt nothing. I was just a mass of empty indifference. I didn't feel pain, sadness, happiness. I didn't feel anything. Oh. However, I didn't have the thoughts. That's just... It was obvious to function. You may be wondering why I'm able to read or speak if, in theory, I don't have that long to live. The answer to that is what might be called shared memory. My soul is not complete, but I do have the essence of different other souls, like that of your own grandfather. What? He shared his emotions and some of his memories with me as part of that process. Since he put everything he had and felt and longed for the attempt to create me. Have you ever heard about certain types of worms that, when cut in half, a new individual is generated? Oh yeah, I heard about those. Well, that new individual shares the same memories. Let's say that, in my case, it was something similar. Not like them, obviously. And this is because people generate energy all the time based on their feelings. Love is somewhat more complex. I could tell. Being mixed from what you called everything and nothing at the same time, got some of that ability. You are probably wondering why I'm telling you all this, but allow me to give myself that freedom. After staying here, completely alone, I began to understand everything. Oh no, she had an existential crisis. I had some basic notions about reading inside me, but it was thanks to that experience I gained that I managed to know how to read completely. In my subconscious, I could understand what an emotion or an idea meant, but it was not until I experienced it that I understood it. We could say that I have many things hidden inside me, different pieces that little by little come together. But as I've already told you, I like the most important thing to be human. That is precisely something I cannot be imitated. Blood is part of the purest essence that exists in this world. Maybe I'll never get it, but it's something that causes me deep pain. I am capable of imagining so many things, of having so many others, but not that. That piece that generates the human essence. That is something I could see with my own eyes, with your grandfather's. His gaze was becoming more and more like mine. He had life, but he was losing it despite continuing to breathe. And that, what I feel, is something extremely terrifying. You have no responsibility over me, of course. Still, let me tell you that I appreciate the fact that you stayed here today. Oh, you're welcome. It was the closest thing that I have to ever experience, with that to what people called happiness, or even love. For me, it has been, and thinking that his always will really count when the sun bathes in the light today. Now, you must make that decision. You must put an end to this little story, or maybe it won't. In any case situation that occurs from now on, I appreciate it, Daniel, for making me feel alive despite everything. I took a deep breath and took out of my pocket the letter that she gave me. Do you think that what is inside this letter can also decide what happens to you? I don't know, but it's likely. In fact, there's still so many things you don't know, and that I couldn't tell you without you hating me. I will never be perfect, and I think you are not aware of everything that happens here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not an idiot. I know what's going on here. She told me that I began to feel the morning breeze scratch my skin. So, Daniel, will you open the envelope, or what would you want to do? I look at the letter for a moment. I did not fully understand the importance of a small piece of paper. Although for what she insisted, if I opened this letter, I could result in something that could be near fatal. And on the other hand, if I didn't open it, everything would result in an open ending, or something like that. It was easier said than done. One option seemed more sensible and safer than the other. Still, my decision was to... Let's save. Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I want to be with her! Take her with me! Ah! You know what? What's going on? She looked at me curiously as I took the famous and important letter in both hands. You have taken a decision. She got up from her seat and walked over to me. What are you going to do? Will you open it? No, but what's in here is something my grandfather wrote, right? Yes, he gave it to me himself. So now, it's time to bury the things of the past and let this end here. I took the letter from both ends and tore it in half. What have you done? She watched with astonished eyes as the pieces fell from the ground, and these were carried away by the wind. I demand an explanation. My grandfather is already dead. He's long gone. He's no longer here with us. Now there's nothing else to do. Everything he tried in this place is past. His achievements and failures, his laughter and tears. I believe that the past must be buried in order to look to the future, and thus not to lose the present. But don't worry, Rebecca. I have not done this without thinking. You don't understand. No, you don't understand at all. I've already tried to explain to you that this place and your grandfather's legacy is all I have. No, you don't. It's the only thing that justifies my existence, and now, you. It'll give you a new meaning to that answer. Yeah! Alright, we did good ending. You will come with me to home, or do you plan to stay here? She looked away as she seemed to seriously consider what I was proposing to her. We'll take care of you, and we'll help you find your place, to find your own humanity. I extend my hand to her as a way to make a pact between her and me. Oh no, oh no. Are you sure about it? Yeah, of course. After a few seconds of thinking it over, she seemed to have made up her mind. She took my hand gently, assuming that I agreed to come with me. There's nothing more to talk about. You're coming with me. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, I got the good ending. The warmth of the sun began to illuminate everything. How about we go pick up your stuff? Go! We walked hand in hand to the mansion for the last time. Yeah, I chose the right ending. Rebeca took a few personal items she owned, as well as dresses and other belongings. With a look halfway between sadness and illusion, her eyes looked at the place prolongedly. When I got out to the car, I sat in the driver's seat. I started the engine, and we drove home. I went looking for answers to the unknowns left by the absence of my grandfather after his death. But that void was quickly replaced by his legacy. Yay! Specifically by the warm presence of that girl. I didn't know what the future held for me after this, yet without doubt, I was certain that it was the right way. Thus the night ended, and thus another chapter of this story began. I got the good ending on accident! Yay! I wanted to live. Now let's commit suicide. There's two more pictures. All right, let's go. Let's see. Let's open the letter. Rebecca? Yes? I think I'll open the letter to get this over with. You sure? Yeah, I've already made that decision. I examined the letter and opened it with 5 of my 10s. I was not aware of the magnitude of the act as simple as this. But if it was I had to do, there was no other option. Looking inside, there was only a small sheet with something pointed at it. In it said, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, even if he is dead, he will live. 1125. What does that mean? I turned to the paper both ways, looking for something else, but there wasn't. It only had written on it. Rebecca, do you know what it could mean? Let me see. Oh no. 11:25. This is... you know something? Yes. I know this. This is... Rebeca left my side and began to look for something in her pockets. Daniel? What happened? What's going on? I must do a horrible thing, and I hope you'll forgive me for it. To do what exactly? Look at her to see what she was doing, and in that small fraction of a second... Oh! Forgive me, Daniel. Rebeca! She took something out of her pocket, and while carrying it, she made a quick move on my neck. I was caught by a small piece of glass she had. I brought my hands up to my face, stained with blood. If I got stabbed, I'm like, Rebeca! And then I'll just judo flip her. Forgive me, Daniel. Why? When I became aware of the situation, a great pain hit me completely through my nervous system. Entering almost an extreme panic, the strength of my legs began to fade. Forgive me, Daniel. I didn't know what was happening, nor the reason for this. Just repeated the same apology over and over and over again, but without being able to look at me straight in the eye. Forgive me, Daniel. At some point, you will understand. Please don't hate me. I was beginning to feel short breath in my lungs, and my vision was blurred more and more. Please remember it. Remember me. What? Got the bad ending. Yeah, I kind of felt like, yeah. Okay. Let's, yeah. I think I'm not the best friend to have such big responsibility. I'm not here looking for answers. I'm just a mere visitor of the spectator. This letter will really contain something that important. I think I should be someone else who opens it. There'll be someone else in my place who decides your destiny. Oh God, we're being an asshole. What? Oh man, we're being an asshole. Nothing remarkable happened. Oh, thank God, it's just a good ending. The first one. Then I went to go straight home. Some memories gather my father without further ado. It was rather strange tonight, and I'm sure no one would believe me if I told them everything what happened. But it will stay in that. A simple night where I met a strange girl named Rebeca. Ah, that's a neutral ending. Well, guys and gals, what the hell do you guys think about this game? I'm just happy that I survived. That's all that matters. And I know I'm missing one more gallery, which is, it might be the suicidal one. But yeah. Yeah, that's everything. You guys like the gameplay for you guys yourselves? You guys gonna get jump scared like I fucking did? Jesus Christ. Oh man, this game's good. This game's good.